Hello everyone, this is Suyesh here. So in this video we are going to discuss about our femoral triangle. Okay, this is a triangle which is present in the proximal region of the thigh, or you can say in the superior medial aspect of the thigh, actually in the superior portion of the thigh. Okay, so it is actually a triangular depression, okay, which can be seen when you are flexing or abducting your thigh, okay, or rotating your thigh. So this depression can be seen at that time. So we are going to discuss about its boundary, okay, and we'll be seeing its clinical points also, and what are the contents, because it definitely it will be containing nerves, arteries and veins and lymph nodes and other things. Okay, so we'll be seeing in the short video, okay, in the brief, and we will discussing on the femoral triangle. And its another name is actually femoral triangle is also called as Scarpa's triangle. Okay, so for extra knowledge you should know this name also, Scarpa's triangle. Okay, so this much is clear. So first we will be start with the boundaries, how it is formed. Okay, so I will be writing here the names. So this is actually the base, and this one is actually your anterior superior iliac spine. This is a part of bone which is present in the iliac bone. Okay, so and this is your pubic tubercle, and you know that between these 2 points there is a ligament, okay, which is called as inguinal ligament. Okay, so this is your, what is this one is your inguinal ligament. Okay, so we'll be marking here just above inguinal ligament. Okay, so it is actually forming the base of this triangle or superior boundary, superior from the above the side. Okay, so now we will see the lateral boundary. So you know that this muscle is actually sartorius muscle. I'll be writing it here, sartorius. Okay, sartorius muscle. So its medial boundary, so it's medial border actually. So this is a medial border which will be forming the lateral boundary of this triangle. So this is actually medial boundary of this muscle which will be forming lateral border. Okay, and now we have to see the medial border of this triangle, which is formed actually by our adductor longus muscles medial border. Okay, so medial border, why? Because this one is a lateral border, this is actually present inside, but the medial side of this muscle is actually forming the medial boundary. So we are using the word medial border of adductor longus muscle. So here will be your adductor longus. Okay, so this is forming medial boundary, sorry, here will be medial border. Okay, and here will also be medial border. So this is the point you have to remember, both the muscles medial border is forming the boundaries. Okay, so medial border of adductor longus. So this is actually your medial border. Okay, medial boundary. Okay, so either here it is not border, it is boundary. Okay, so we are done with superior is formed by inguinal ligament. Okay, and our lateral border is formed by medial border of sartorius muscle, and apex is formed by the transaction of these two muscles where these two muscles are meeting actually. So this is the apex. Okay, so now we are going to see the floor in this diagram actually, because here I will show you the contents after discussing the floor, roof and boundaries I have discussed. Now we are going into the section of our floor. Okay, what is present beneath this? Okay, so there are four muscles actually from lateral to medial. So this portion is lateral, same as this diagram, everything will be same. There's anterior superior iliac spine, pubic tubercle muscle. Okay, so I'll be showing the muscles which are present in the roof actually, forming the base of this triangle. So first from lateral you will see the first muscle is actually your iliacus muscle. Iliacus muscle. Okay, and just medial to that will be your pectineus muscle. Okay, and just medial to that will be your iliopsoas muscle, and more medially will be your same adductor longus. Okay, so these muscles are actually forming the roof. So roof is formed by floor of this triangle. So floor of this triangle is actually formed by this four muscles. Okay, so they are forming the floor. So this much is clear, we are done with the floor. Now we will see the roof. How is the roof formed? I will write here for the roof a separate side. Okay, So as you know, in the roof, first there will be skin. I'll write in the sequence skin. Okay, skin will be present above this triangle. Second will be a superficial fascia. Okay, and superficial fascia, you know that there will be some nerves, cutaneous nerves will be there, cutaneous veins we can see under this fascia, and you can see some lymph nodes you can see. Okay, and cutaneous veins you can also see. So they are according to the name it will be present. Okay, like you can see ilioinguinal nerve, you can see femoral branch of genitofemoral nerve, you can see superficially. So these are the cutaneous nerve which are supplying the skin above the thigh. So you can see these nerves actually under the superficial fascia, and deeply there will be deep fascia. Deep fascia, there will be two, your fascia lata and your fascia cribrosa. Okay, so these are the contents you will be seeing in the roof. Okay, so these are the roof, and this was your floor. Floor is formed by the four muscles: iliacus muscle, the next to medial, just medial to that will be pectineus muscle, then your iliopsoas muscle, and more medially will be your adductor longus, as it is seen in the boundary, medial boundary of our femoral triangle. Okay, so now we're moving on to the contents. Okay, so contents we'll be discussing from lateral to medial. Okay, it will be easy for us. From laterally, first I will be discussing the main contents first, what are the main arteries, veins and nerves. Okay, so first you can see the femoral nerve, actually the main nerve of this triangle. Okay, so this you can see here. So this is actually your femoral nerve. I will write it here, femoral nerve. And just medial to that or between the inguinal ligament, midpoint of inguinal ligament, you can see your femoral artery. Okay, which will be going to the apex actually. So in the midpoint. Okay, and from the apex it will be entering the adductor hiatus and just continuing to the popliteal fossa and in the form of popliteal artery. As you know that this femoral artery is the continuation, in the continuation it is as femoral artery, and above it is the continuation of external iliac artery. So you know that from the arterial anatomy. Okay, so just remember here that between the midpoint of inguinal ligament, just under the inguinal ligament, this artery passes. So this is actually your femoral artery. Okay, and just medial to that will be your femoral vein. Okay, femoral vein. So this one will be your femoral vein, and just medial to that will be your femoral canal. Okay, so I will just draw it with like this here. Okay, so here will be your femoral canal. Now these are actually four main contents of this femoral triangle. So now we'll see the smaller nerves and different veins which are actually draining. So first we'll discuss on the femoral vein. So you know that in femoral vein there is an opening. So there is a vein, a superficial vein of lower limb, that is a great saphenous vein, which actually takes the blood from the lower limb region and drains into this femoral vein. So it actually pierces through the saphenal opening. You know that there is saphenous ring and saphenous opening which pierces the fascia lata and drains the blood into this. So like this there will be great saphenous vein. So it is also content of this femoral triangle. Okay, so you can see this vein actually draining the blood into femoral vein, and here there will be deep femoral artery which will be originating from femoral artery. Okay, so this will be deep femoral artery which will be going posterior compartment of the thigh, supplying the posterior compartment of the thigh, which will also the content of this femoral triangle. And one nerve you can also see just medial to your femoral artery, there is a femoral branch of genitofemoral nerve. So this is actually a genitofemoral one nerve which is giving branch, femoral branch. Okay, so this is your femoral branch of genitofemoral nerve, genitofemoral nerve. So it will actually supplying the skin above your femoral triangle. This femoral branch is especially for the cutaneous supply of the skin above your femoral triangle. And one more nerve will also be there. Okay, your lateral femoral cutaneous nerve, which will be going just at the lateral angle of this triangle, like this. So this will be your lateral femoral cutaneous nerve. Okay, and there is a sheath present which is actually just you know that these femoral arteries and femoral veins have high blood pressure, pressure when the blood comes up above or blood is coming down. So for that the arteries don't move aside. There is a sheath which is holding actually these femoral vein, femoral artery and this femoral canal. Okay, So the sheath is actually called as femoral sheath. So it actually covers the 3/4 part of this, like this. Okay, like this it will be covering. So this is actually your femoral sheath. So this brown one is actually your femoral sheath, which is holding this veins, like this veins, and this femoral canal like this. So this is actually holding like this. This femoral sheath is actually holding this arteries, veins, and canal. So in canal, you know that there are lymph nodes present. In canal, you can see lymph nodes here. Okay, and femoral canal's proximal region is actually called as femoral ring. So here it is actually femoral ring is present. Okay. So this was actually your femoral triangle, and its clinical point is actually femoral hernia can be a region which can the protrusion of your small intestine organs, which can come down and bulge through this femoral canal. So it can lead to femoral hernia. So there is only one point of its clinical actually, femoral hernia. You can see in the medial aspect of the thigh and the proximal medial aspect of the thigh in the femoral canal. So it is very rare as compared to your inguinal hernia. Okay. And this femoral artery can also be used for the femoral pulse. So one point is this, and femoral pulse also. Okay, so these are the two clinical points for this femoral triangle. In femoral hernia, most probably small intestine organs actually protrudes and bulges out in the anterior aspect, in the medial aspect of the thigh. You can see the bulginess. So that can be the case of your femoral hernia. Okay, so this was actually your boundaries, contents, floor, roof, and everything, and two clinical points, which are major clinical points related to this triangle. Thank you.